What's up, guys? It's Michael Panetta with Tech Examined, and we have the world's most versatile monopod. So, let's get started. So the folks over at MogoPod were nice enough to send out the MogoPod kit, MK3, for me to try out. Now, this box is rather large, so what we'll do is open this up and get into it. Now, I really didn't go through this. The only thing I checked out was the pole itself, and to see exactly what the deal was. And of course, I put everything back in, and now I can't get the paper off. There we go. So, everything is packed in here. I kind of wanted to do this with you guys. Alright, so let's take a look in the box and show you guys exactly what we have here. Now, this kit includes the MogoPod itself, which is like the extension point. We have the tripod portion, and we have an empty box. And we have the fluid head that comes with it. So those are the three pieces that they include. Now, of course, there's the handle for the fluid head itself. And I believe that's it. They do have some instructions here for the manual. Let you know how everything goes and how it's all set up. So we'll keep that to the side here as I'm looking at this to kind of help me guide through it. Throw the box down there and take a look at this. Now, like I said, I did cheat a little bit and take a look at the post-pole monopod, whatever you want to call it, first, which, you know, was the easiest thing to take apart. So, it's a pretty hefty, you know, like a nice, well-built aluminum. They got like a plastic handle grip up here. It seems that they have some sort of screw hole here. And then, like I said, I'll go through this. But they've got all the appropriate threads up here. And what I looked at, which I thought was pretty neat, when you want to extend this, you twist it to loosen it, and the whole thing actually goes out at the same time. And they actually have markers down here to tell you that the height you're going at, which it does go up to a full 62 inches in height on that. So it's pretty neat how it extends itself out like that. And you're able to do, you know, kind of like instead of taking the whole thing down one way, it you know, makes it a little bit more compact to be able to go down like that, which I think is pretty neat. And when you're done, you simply twist it back in, and it seems that you have some gaskets down there which hold it into place, and you're all set. So, a very cool idea. Nice base down here at the bottom that they offer you. So we'll have to see exactly what this piece here is. It's got like some Velcro on it and then an attachment. So there's obviously a lot you can do with this. So we'll put that to the side right there and just take a quick peek at the tripod stand, which is next, which would go on the bottom, obviously. And I do have a MogoPod. I do have a Manfrotto single tripod monopod, which is pretty neat. It has the three legs that actually twist off and go up inside, so it's a little more portable. Well, I take that back. Let's take a look at this first and see exactly what we have here, because this might be something that you could just leave on there and do that. So again, very well built. Got some nice rubber feet down here at the bottom, and it looks like it just goes right into place, and then boom, you're set. So very easy operation. You actually have the pieces here that would go off to allow you to fold it back up in the position. Going down is easy, but once you're in the bottom, it's locked in. But up here, it has the little humps on it, which allow you to just simply snap it into place, but pull it down when you need to. So a very cool setup on there. Very easy to do, very smooth, and you know, very, very strong in my opinion. Now they have a couple different settings on here. You can actually, looks like you can lock it into place, and I'm not sure exactly what that is. Maybe that's this piece right here. But again, we will take a look at it and see exactly what we're using this for. This looks like it moves a little bit. Maybe it gives a little bit of leeway. So very cool. We'll have to check that out and read into it, and show you exactly how it works. You do have a bottom piece on here, which I'm assuming is going to screw right into here. And then what you can do is you can take it down, and then you can use this piece down here to tighten it up to do that. So you've got your tripod set up there. Now, of course, this isn't the most ideal that I'm showing it to you right now because we're just sitting at the desk here doing this. But very, very sturdy, in my opinion, for a tripod. Not too bad. Now, of course, without this locked in here, as a matter of fact, while we're doing this, let me go ahead and just play around with this for a minute. You can loosen this, and it looks like it might move around a little bit. Yeah, it does move around a little bit. Why that is, I'm not sure. Well, if you're on uneven surfaces, you can set that up to get you a more level shot to do that. That's actually pretty neat, and we'll have to play around with that and see exactly what the deal is. And it looks like when you're not using it, yeah, actually these fold up pretty niftily. Niftily, is that a word? It's pretty nifty how this just kind of sits up like that, and it does sit out on a little bit of an angle. But we'll have to take a look and see exactly how that works, if that's all that does for that when you're stowing it away, because they do have some directions here as far as setting all that up goes and everything. So I was just taking a quick peek at the paper, and there's actually an accessory that you could go on here and put like an iPhone or maybe like a light attachment. So pretty cool on that portion right there. So that looks like that's the tripod on that as far as that setup is concerned. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and loosen this up and take this off just to kind of keep these things in your peripheral vision as we're checking out everything else. Now, of course, there was an arm strap on here, so you can put this on your back or throw it over your shoulder for your bag. And there is another piece in here that came with this tripod portion, and it looks like, according to the instructions here, that this is a quick release plate. So pretty cool. We'll have to mess around with that and see exactly what the deal with that is. Again, I'm looking at this with you guys for the first time. They were nice enough to send this out for me to try out, and I've only just kind of taken a glance on the website, so I'll definitely bring you guys a more in-depth look at this and using it and trying it out. So the fluid head, the last piece of this puzzle, and it looks like there's a plate there, and actually it looks like there might be a plate on there, so they give you an extra release plate, which is actually pretty cool. Yeah, so there's a release plate already on here, on that already. So they give you two, which is nice. The functionality of this tripod, just taking a first glance at it, it is definitely plastic heavy, and it's not necessarily a bad thing until I actually get to try it. There's definitely a lot of knobs and whatnot on here, which will, allow me to address the fluid head going up and down. It seems very smooth. I can't knock it till I try it. Manfrotto that I use there is a pretty hefty piece, and it's very metally. But you know what? I guess I shouldn't complain until I try it, because it looks like it's some pretty nice internals on this, and it's very smooth and very fluid. So. And obviously it's a fluid head, but I've tried fluid heads in the past that were not so fluid, even though they were called fluid heads. Now, we have the arm here, which looks like you have the piece that will go in here, and then you will connect it back again. And I believe that this will go in like yay, and slide in here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the other way. This should go all the way through. There we go. I kind of want this on the right side. Oh, we'll try it this way. Worst things have happened. And pushing that through. It looks like, yeah, there we go. It's in there. Now it's got teeth in there, which will allow you to lock it into place if you want to use it, how you want this set up based on your shot. But they have a threaded nut here, which will allow you to tighten it down. while you're not using it. Well, while you're using it. So you can tighten it down this way to adjust it, and then move it around that way, and then adjust where you want it, and then tighten it back down. So a very simple fluid head. Certainly handy when it comes to this, and it's a very small in form factor. So great for travel, and I have to carry around that gigantic fluid head that I have there. So just with you guys here, and putting this up against the or putting it on the chair right here, it seems that this is definitely a nice setup, as far as a mobile platform. So I'm excited to try this out. This seems pretty well built. So I'm excited to do it a little bit more, maybe get some shots for you guys and show you exactly how it works. We've kind of made a mess here. I've never really had more than one release plate before, so I'm pretty psyched about that right there. I'm usually like taking off one to get to another to get to another. So very nice in that it snaps easily into place. Sure enough. So there we go, guys. That is the MogoPod kit, and again, you've got the 3 feet, or your tripod portions, so I should say, for the monopod, which is a nice small footprint when you're using it. And again, at the same time, if you don't want to use that, you can fold it up and simply have your monopod here, which I always say is a must, especially at the convention shows and whatnot, especially when you're just standing there and you want to get a good shot. So this comes up above the frame here. So, I'm sitting down right now, but that's nice. That's a nice it's a nice height for that. Got a nice grip there on that. So that about does it for this, guys. I will get back to you and let you know exactly the deal what this is. Some samples, showing you between this setup and maybe what I use currently on that, and give you an idea of how each of these works. So this does retail for $250, and before you sit there and determine whether or not that's too expensive, there are a lot of pieces here that you can use for a shoot. So we'd have to really determine how each of them operate and how they work, compared to what I use and what you see out there. So I'm going to hold off my reservations on that first and actually try out the fluid head, because you can spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a fluid head. You can spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a tripod or a monopod, or a conversion of a monopod into a tiny tripod. So I'll let you guys know, because there are a lot of moving pieces here, a lot of extra pieces, so I want to give it a fair shake, and I'll let you guys know in the next video for this. So, should you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up down below. Other than that, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up or thumbs down and let me know what you think. And as always, to get the next video in your inbox, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Besides that, you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you later.